Good morning, dear students. Today's topic is secondary lymphoid organs. Secondary lymphoid organs. In the last class, we have discussed about primary lymphoid organs where lymphocytes were synthesized, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. The B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes which are synthesized in the primary lymphoid organs will move to the secondary lymphoid organs. The lymphocytes like B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes from primary lymphoid organs moves to the secondary lymphoid organs to show immune responses. The secondary lymphoid organs mostly involves spleen and lymph nodes. Spleen and lymph nodes are the secondary lymphoid organs. What is the function of the spleen and lymph nodes and how it shows its immune response in the organisms? Spleen will be removing the antigens from blood. Means the foreign particles which enters through blood will be removed with the help of spleen. Means spleen filters the blood and removes the antigens. Whereas lymph nodes removes antigens from lymphatic system. We have discussed the lymph already in the previous class. So these lymph nodes will be removing antigens from the tissues through lymph nodes. Means lymph nodes will be carrying out the function of immune responses. It will be destroying the antigens which enters into the lymph. Coming to the spleen. Spleen is red in color. Spleen's function is it filters the blood. What is its location? It is located in the upper left of the abdomen, behind the stomach, close to the diaphragm. The structure of spleen, if we see, it will be having an outer layer called capsule. This capsule will be having a network of fibers. This capsule is having a network of fibers. These fibers protrudes into the parenchyma. These fibers will be entering into the parenchyma in the form of trabeculae. If we see, this is an outer layer called capsule, and this outer layer will be having a protruding, means these fibers will be protruding inside the parenchyma, and this we call it as trabeculae. Okay. This trabeculae helps in giving the support to the cells in the organ. This is an organ, that is spleen, and it gives the support to the cells which are present inside the organ. There are two types of tissues mainly in the spleen, which is red pulp and white pulp. We'll see in detail the red pulp. Red pulp is a part of the spleen where erythrocytes, granulocytes and platelets are synthesized. Means in adults, if there is a demand for RBCs, this spleen also produces the RBCs, that is erythrocytes. And the old RBCs will be destroyed in this place. The spleen is said to be as a graveyard of RBCs, yes or no? Why? Because this destroys the old RBCs, or dead RBCs will be destroyed in this spleen. This red pulp also has blood-filled sinusoids, which has phagocytes and plasma cells. These phagocytes and plasma cells undergoes phagocytosis of red blood cells, and these plasma cells are also present in the blood-filled sinusoids. Okay. Along with the red pulp, there is also a white pulp present in the spleen. This white pulp will be having a tissue, lymphatic tissue called periarteriolar lymphoid sheath. Periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, which is also called as PALS. PALS. Okay, and this sheath is surrounded. This is a sheath which is surrounding the central arteriole. Okay, this lymphoid sheath will be made up of T cells and B cells. Okay, these B cells is organized into primary unstimulated follicles and secondary stimulated follicles. If we see the B cells which are present in the pulse, means periarticular lymphoid sheath, will be having a primary unstimulated follicles and secondary stimulated follicles. This is about red pulp and white pulp. Why we call this as a red pulp means it will be having a red blood cells, and why we call this as a white pulp means it will be having lymphocytes, that is T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. These two parts are very important in the spleen to perform immunity. Okay, coming to the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are spherical, oval or kidney shaped. Lymph nodes are spherical in shape, oval in shape and kidney shape. What is the location of lymph nodes? It is located at the junction of lymphatic vessels. As I have told you in the introduction, these lymphatic vessels ends up with the lymph nodes. These lymph nodes are mostly present in the neck region, axillae, groin and mediasternum and abdominal activity. These are the various parts where lymph nodes are present. So, how these lymph nodes are connected to the other organs? These are connected to the other organs with the help of blood vessels and lymph vessels. These blood vessels will be connected to the lymph nodes near hilus region. Hilus is a one end of the lymph node which is present on the lymph node where this blood vessels enters. Lymph vessels enters through efferent vessels and lymph vessels leaves through efferent lymphatic vessels. If this is a lymph node, blood vessels, and this is a one end, that is a hilus part. Blood vessels enter here and efferent vessels will be taking up the lymph to the lymph nodes. Okay, and efferent vessels will be taking out the lymph, means filtered lymph will be taken out through the efferent vessels. And here also you can see the vessels which are present inside the lymph node. So this is the lymph node where it is connected to the blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. The lymphatic vessel which enters into the lymph node is called as efferent lymphatic vessel, and the lymph vessel which leaves the lymph nodes is called as efferent lymphatic vessel. Coming to the structure of lymph nodes, outer cortex will be having B cells. It will be having three layers. If we see, it will be having three layers: outer, middle and inner. Okay, so the outer one will call it as outer cortex, and the middle one will call it as middle paracortex, and the inner one will call it as inner medulla. Outer cortex mainly consists of B cells, middle cortex is mainly consists of T cells, and inner medulla is mainly consists of cellular cords which contains T cells, B cells, plasma cells and macrophages. These all cells are present in the inner medulla, but most of the lymph nodes are showing its function in the outer two portions, that is outer cortex and middle paracortex. Along with the T cells in middle paracortex, APCs are also present which will be showing its function in maintaining the MHCs, major histocompatibility complex is formed in the APCs. Okay, so if we see the function of the lymph nodes, the lymph, when it is moving from efferent vessels to efferent vessels, means it enters into the lymph nodes through efferent vessels and moves out through efferent vessels. Meanwhile, in these lymph nodes, the lymph will be removing the antigens. The antigens are removed from the lymph with the help of phagocytosis. Phagocytosis will be done to remove the antigens from lymph. So this is the function of lymph nodes. When it is removing the antigens and performing a humoral or cell mediated immune response, it will show the rise in temperature in the body. So during any infection, these lymph nodes will be swollen due to the filtering of antigens from lymph. and the body temperature also rises and causes fever in the organism when it is filtering the antigens from the lymph. Okay, so what is the function of this spleen? Spleen produces all types of blood cells during fetal life. Means it can produce erythrocytes, monocytes, blood platelets, granulocytes, etc. Here in this spleen, I told you that this is also called as a graveyard of the RBCs. This RBCs and antigens means foreign particles which enters into the spleen also destroyed. Okay, this spleen is also helpful in producing the antibodies with the help of B cells. Means these B cells which is present in the spleen will be producing the antibodies, and these antibodies will be reacting with the antigens which are entering into the spleen through blood, and this gives out the pure blood free from antigens. Okay, the spleen will be trapping the antigens which are coming from outside and filters the blood. So what is the major function of this spleen? It filters the blood and it kills the RBCs and it produces antibodies. Okay.